We're live.
Oh, oh my
Yay!
God. Oh
Hi,
my
everyone.
goodness. Hey friends. Hey friends. Oh, Clarabelle, it's so good to see
You
you.
too. I miss you so much.
I miss you as well. It feels like you've been next to me for the past couple of days because we have been launching everything. And so I feel like we've been in constant communication. Like you're the person I text when I wake up and the person that I text like before I go to bed.
Yeah,
And
we've
I
been
don't
up
stop
each
thinking
other's
about you.
butt for like the past.
Truly.
Seriously. But it's good. We enjoy each other's company. So that is
Yeah.
important.
Yeah. Yeah.
How are you? How do you
I'm
feel
doing
about
Gosh, I'm doing good. You know, I was telling you right before we hit air that it's like reliving all of this is like quite like I feel like I'm getting whiplash because we started, and we'll talk about this in a second because we'll go through like sort of an explanation of how we got here, but like we recorded this a while ago and then I sort of forgotten about a lot of this because so much has transpired since then, like both in Model Land and like in the world and like all of this stuff. So like listening to it's like listening to like a time capsule. Like I don't know if you noticed, but in it, I couldn't say like that I was publishing like Bedazzled because that had not been like revealed yet. I
right,
think that like we were still
right.
waiting for like EW to reveal that. So it's cool listening to this, and I literally texted you like I forgot how funny we are because I was cackling the entire time.
Kat and Peter both said that we look really cute. Thank you.
Thank you guys. I got my flu shot. It's health. It's cute to be vaccinated.
Amazing.
You
I
see
don't have
that?
a
You
flu
see it?
shot yet, but my dress is from Nasty Gal. It's very cute.
That dress is
It's
cute.
very,
I also love that
it's
you dressed in
very
pink. I
celebrity.
dressed in blue.
Yeah,
I
we're
know we're
themed.
thematic.
Yeah,
Oh, I love
you
it.
know what I meant to look up and I forgot when we
What?
ordered the books. I don't remember when we ordered our
Oh,
books and
it was.
like when
It
did
was
this
April. It must have been.
start?
Must have been April. I think it was April. You know what? It definitely was April because we recorded the first episode when I was at my parents' house in May for like Mother's Day when I had like escaped to Connecticut. So
Right.
it was sort of right when things went onto lockdown, and this is actually a good transition. So hi everyone, thank you for joining. We are so super excited. Clarabelle doesn't know this, but I've got a little bit of a program planned for our live discussion, including Clarabelle some
Tengo
games.
miedo. Oh no! Oh, oh, I'm scared.
So what I would like our audience to do, so this is a book club meeting. So we're gonna do some quick intro. So we'll like reintroduce ourselves to anyone just tuning in. But then we do want to talk about chapter one. I know you just if you were on Twitter, you were listening to us talk about it, but we want your questions, we want your theories, like we want to treat this like a book club. So we're gonna have a live discussion about chapter one
Mm-hmm.
of Model Land by
Mm-hmm.
Tyra Banks in a little bit. So get those questions ready. And then I've got a fun few games that we will be playing. And then if you have questions like broadly about like us, or we'll do sort of like a Q&A at the end as well. So if your question doesn't get called up, just like keep it in mind and sort of spam the chat with it. And yeah, we're here to talk about it. So I think I want to start on our first question, which is Clarabelle.
Mm-hmm.
How did we get here? How did we start with this podcast? I want to hear it from you.
So, okay. So, basically this podcast was born out of like I was in bed and I was like looking at things to like cheer me up because I was really depressed about the fact that we were in quarantine, the fact that my book had just come out, and that like I couldn't do any of the things that I had like planned for. And one of the things that I do when I'm in like a sad mood is I look at Marco Shiro's YouTube channel because I'm obsessed with Mark. I feel like they are one of the cutest people I know, and
Yeah.
watching their YouTube always like cheers me up. And I was like going through the archives because I've seen a lot of their videos, and I realized that they had a video about Model Land, and I had heard about Model Land before, like like in the back of
Yeah.
like in the background, but I had never like really looked into it. And Mark reads the first chapter and like reacts to it, and I was like, I have to read this because it sounds like it's
Yeah.
going to torture me. And I'm the kind of person where I see something that's like very like over the top and like just so bad that that it's good. I want to be a part of it. So I looked up the book and I was like, I want to read this, but I don't feel like this is the kind of thing that I can read and like not share with people.
Yeah.
And I was like, Ryan is the person who also loves stuff that is like a disaster. And
Yeah.
I feel like that together we would have so much fun reading this. And I was looking for an escape. I was looking for like a way to get away from like the pandemic and like the fact that like my book was my first book, which I was so excited about. I had so many outfits, like you guys don't even know. Like I ordered
Yeah.
sneakers from France. Like I had so much stuff planned for like all my book launches and everything. And I was sad because I wasn't able to do any of it, but I wanted like an escape. I wanted something to distract me, to make me happy. And I was like, let's just try to start a podcast like about Model Land and about Tyra Banks, who I've always loved. And Ryan was
Yes.
like, I was like, right. And he was like, yes.
The fact that like, can I tell you, it was such an honor to like get that text and for you to be like, I want to do this like crazy chaotic thing. Like I just know that you'll be into this because you love to suffer in the same way I do. Like when I received that text, immediately I said yes. Also, this all manifested like in our minds at the same time. Like all of this we've been planning for ages. But we have a very clear vision of what we wanted to do. But I was like, I was so happy to like have this as well. Because similarly, like I had just moved into a place by myself. I didn't really have a lot of like contact. And I was growing very used to being like the only person, you know, in my world. And I would like go a day without speaking, literally. And like so having something to like talk about and stuff like that, it totally like brought me back from this like, I don't know, this like hermit status that I was living in. And yeah, it was a good thing for both of us. And I'm so happy that we did it. And I'm so excited for people to like finally hear all of the stuff that like is coming up. Like there's just it is hard for me to like truly capture just like how much you guys are in store for. And so you have to tell your friends and all that stuff.
And not just the book itself, like the podcast itself. There's like a lot that we can't say right now that's like really funny and exciting and like immersive. And I feel like people are really going to like it. You just have to like stick with us and just listen. And I will say the first episode was quite long. The rest aren't as long because the first episode comprised of like a little bit of an intro, the prologue, and chapter 1. The rest of them are a little shorter because it's just the chapters. And the chapters are quite short, but they're just like filled with like so much stuff.
Yeah, right. This is they're pretty dense, but some chapters, like a recent one was like it couldn't have been more than like 800 words. So some of them are quite zippy, but yeah, there's so much going on. Do people have like for anyone I'm curious, has anyone read Model Land in the comments? Because I can't imagine that that would be
some people on Twitter did
brilliant.
Say that they had read it. Some people like following along, and I was like, oh, whoa. But I don't know anyone like in my personal life that has read Model Land.
The fact that the editor on like day 1 of launch, like commented on something, like the editor of Model Land, like commented on like an Insta post that we put up being like, I'm smizing about this podcast. I sent to the moon. I thought that was amazing.
It was so good. I'm sorry that I keep going out of focus. My camera, I have to do like the beauty blogger thing. My camera's being a biatch. But yeah, the editor of Model Land commented on one of our Instagram posts saying like, I'm smiling and smizing at the same time.
I go through cycles with smize. I'm so sick of hearing it, and then I'm just so excited to hear it every single time. And like the new and innovative ways people slip it into language is great. I love the Tyra Banks quote that says, "As soon as I saw my book on shelves, I began to smize ear to ear."
Oh my god! And you know what it is? I feel like the whole smize thing is one of those things that like runs away with like the media will run away with it. Like every time she's in an interview, they're probably like, tell us more about smizing. And Tyra's like, okay.
Yeah, they totally feed into it. And now she has like a smize cream. Like she took this and really turned it into something for her. And it's hard not to read Model Land and think like this is all just one like meta advertisement for like Tyra Banks herself. It sort of starts that way, but it quickly sort of turns into something else. I want to hear people's like theories, right? And that's actually that's a question that I have for you? And I know, like, so we've read a little bit more, but in our discussion about chapter 1, I want to hear, do you have any theories about like where this is going or what happens based upon like
Well,
what we know so far in chapter 1?
well, it's hard because like everything sort of like blends in. What? Why is my camera still? I'm like trying to like make it focus.
The fact that you're like underwater right now is sending me.
I am underwater. I'm in the sewer. I'm a smize.
Your smile slipping through the waterways
Well,
of
the
Metopia.
the blurriness is how I feel anyway because I'm drunk. So it's fine.
The drunk
It'll
blurrier it's gonna go.
It is a cute mug. My niece just said it's a cute mug. It says "Never stop growing." My friend Susie got it for me, not my agent Susie. My other friend Susie.
That's cute.
Miss Ashley Jean said the camera's smizing. It is. So it's hard because everything is sort of like blending together for me in terms of like what happened where, but I will say that it's very hard to like not come to the conclusion that like Model Land is actually not good from chapter 1 because if you've listened to the episode, if you didn't come to the listening party, that's on you. Because in chapter 1, like one thing about Model Land is like they'll be very like foreshadowing something and then immediately tell you that like it's gonna happen. So it'll be like there are rumors that bad things happen in Model Land, but that's not true. Or is it? So my theory is that Model Land is actually like a really bad place. But I feel like that's really obvious, like just from the inception of like everything, that there's more to Model Land than what you see. Which is really funny because like if this is like a metaphor for Tyra's modeling career, then that's one thing. But she also literally was the path to people becoming models herself. Like,
yeah, that's true.
America's Next Top Model was the path for people to become models. So she's like critiquing something that she took a part of, and that was clearly very problematic when she did it as well, right? So that's what I think. Let me clean my camera. She's being a biatch. Goodbye.
That is actually so true. I didn't realize that, like, in a way, like,
what if
Tyra Banks was.
Do this. Oh, that's not working.
What happened to you?
I don't know. She was fine before, and like she'll focus on my hand.
You just gotta get real close. You just have to do like the entire thing. Just like, can you do it like this?
No.
Do you guys like my?
She almost focused and then she left. All right, whatever. Let's not waste time.
She said no, thank you. I don't know. Theories that I have clearly this I don't think spoils anything. Tookie de la Creme, our dauntless and dadless hero, is going to Model Land. She's going to Model Land. Like that's I think pretty clear. And actually,
she has to.
She has to. It says that in the synopsis. I don't know how she gets there. I don't know if she like gets in or if she gets like discovered or she like sneaks in or something like that.
Or she does the pilgrimage and is like
like she has the pilgrimage plague. Right. Like she walks there. So I don't know how she gets there, but she definitely goes there. Obviously discovers that it's like not good. And I think like it's safe to say, especially given like the genre and like tropes, like she's going to do something about like the institution of Model Land. Like she's gonna like attack it from the inside. I also think based
or at least we hope so. Right?
What if she just like ascends to like headmistress of Model Land and it's like turns into like Tyra Banks recruiting girls for Model Land?
Wait, somebody literally said that. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Model Land ends with the main character becoming basically the worst person and continuing the system. Well, that's what happened in real life. Oh, we're getting theories. Like, we're getting theories. Okay, my theory is that Model Land is basically Eyes Wide Shut meets Cats. But the cats are models pretending to be people. If that happens, Ryan is gonna die, so I'm gonna need a new co-host. Like, I'm just letting you know.
We're gonna start auditioning now because I'm not gonna survive that plot twist.
Cats is like Ryan's like whole life. Like
whole thing. If that does happen, if that plot twist happens, I won't make the turn. I will just careen through the guardrails of the story and like blow up in like, you know, the jetty. Oh god, I would love that. But I do like I actually I don't know. It is so hard to predict a writer like Tyra because while she's operating within like a lot of like very classic tropes, like also other things are just completely like other rules are like completely broken. Things that like grammar and point of view, like other things are just like in like she totally disregards them. So I actually feel like we
Right.
can't really tell like based upon tropes. Which is why I'm excited because I could not tell you within an inch of my life like exactly what'll happen. And I feel like sometimes I start a book and I
Right.
can.
And like I think that if we sat down and we wrote all of the things that we've been foreshadowed for, it would be like 5 pages long. Like,
Yeah.
how do we know what's actually going to happen? So we have another prediction here. It's
Okay.
going to follow the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory trope, and she'll be the last one chosen and barely make it. I feel like this is also true.
I
I
think that
agree.
yes, absolutely. She's gonna watch her like competitors slash like peers fall one by one, or like get turned into like wolves, a la, Katniss Everdeen. Like it's something they're wolves. Are they turned into wolves? Doesn't that happen?
In Hunger Games, you just
Yes,
said Katniss. Wolves?
yes. In Hunger Games, yes.
Are they
At the end of
turned into wolves? I don't
at the end of the
remember.
Hunger Games, aren't they turned into wolves? Can someone
I
answer this?
don't
Am I
know.
making
Are you mixing Hunger Games and Twilight?
No, 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 no. At the end of the Hunger Games, when it's like just Katniss, like the final thing is that like all of her competitors are like turned into wolves.
This might have happened. Listen, I read that in the before times. I don't remember. If anyone
Can anyone confirm? Yeah.
can confirm this, please. It sounds. Oh, you're right. More like werewolves. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Thank
what
you.
the
Okay.
fudge? I guess I like completely blocked that out of my mind.
Oh, you know what?
Uh,
Okay, I got another like that's so Raven prediction. So in the synopsis, they say that she's gonna walk the like beastly catwalk corridor, and I actually think that's going to be a like catwalk with like beastly cats trying to like claw at you, but you've just got to like walk down it. I think that's what's like, and I think the cats are gonna be like discarded models from the past or like recycled people basically like this. I'm putting it out there. I'm entering this into the void that is like the CBC like group chat right now. Like that's probably gonna happen.
yeah, I feel like that's right. That's so funny that you remember what everyone's commenting out now about the top 20
Yeah, right.
Wattpad books, The Game Makers, Mutations in Book One. Yes. I read all of the Hunger Games books like very quickly, and I just do not remember that happening.
Oh my god. Yeah.
The cats are going to be
No.
metaphors for photographers and critics, and how Tyra hates them. We said.
Yeah. Yeah. There's gonna be I like I can't wait for the thigh high boot camp. That's gonna be incredible.
Never
That's really
forget
every boot.
that Tyra made girls walk down a catwalk that was besieged by guillotines. What a sentence, first of all.
That's probably true. The things that Tyra Banks made her girls do is actually a really great transition.
Oh,
Um, I've got a game for you, Clarabelle.
oh, I'm gonna fail it.
So this game is called, and everyone can play. Everyone can play. Only I know the answers. This game is called America's Next Top Model Challenges: Real or Fake.
Oh, I'm gonna fail this. Let's go.
All right. Number one, flames on the sides of my face. In a hair makeover episode, Tyra pretended to light her own hair on fire to prove a point about being okay with change. Did it happen?
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean those challenges were intense, right? They did a lot of crazy shit to those girls. So I could see this being real. I could also see so someone says absolutely true.
I mean,
Thank you
how
for
can we
these.
say no to anything that Tyra has done? Gigi says no. We have 2 truths
Okay.
and 1 no.
All right. Well, the answer is no. This did not happen.
Uh,
Well, according to me, like I also like I looked up things that happened and then made up some things, and so this could have happened. I like actually could be wrong about this. So we're gonna put this as like a maybe because we're getting a lot of truths in the chat.
okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a 3-second timeout because my drink ran out, and just entertain the audience. I'll be
Okay.
right back.
All right. I'll be here. Hey guys. Hey, what's up? Did it actually happen? Does anyone know? So okay, the like episodes I remember they gave that like
I'm back.
redheaded girl. I was saying that like I remember they gave like the redheaded girl a weave and it started to like rot her scalp because like she just like couldn't handle it. Like that I remember. Brittany, I think her name was. I forget. I remember a few other challenges too, but that was always the most exciting part of the season, I thought, was like the makeover.
The makeovers in retrospect, like I remember when some girls would be like, I just like these girls knew they were going to be on TV, and some of them were like, I just spent $300 like getting highlights, and you're going to shave my head. Like,
You can't tell Tyra Banks something like that. If you tell her that you care about anything, she's gonna take it away.
yeah, that's very true. Oh
Yeah.
my God, she's so evil. Oh my God.
Do you remember? Do you want? Okay, are you ready for another one?
Mm-hmm.
Hop, hop, bitch. To surprise the girls with a trip to Sydney, Australia, Tyra Banks cosplayed as a furry kangaroo in a costume.
Oh my God. I'm going to say no, but I feel like this could have happened, but I'm going to say no.
All right, and again, that's hop, hop, bitch. Does anyone believe that hop, hop, bitch actually happened? It's in which Tyra Banks cosplays as a furry to surprise the girls that they are going to Australia.
All of it could be true.
So this one did happen. This one actually did happen. Yeah. Tyra Banks did enter as a kangaroo and surprise the girls. All right. We've got our third one. And the title of this one, I was acting. Tyra once yelled after she did a convincing job at fainting. So convincing that one of the models started to cry.
I'm going to say yes.
Okay, you're right. This did happen. This is one of the most famous like things that happened in Top Model. It's a very famous gif of Tyra like falling over as she's like, I don't feel so good. It's like true acting that she does. Yeah, everyone remembers this. Yeah, this is a real thing.
What would you do if Tyra showed up in the chat? I would just close my browser.
I'm one of these days she will, so you need to be ready. I'm ready at all times.
I've been tagging her and stuff. I'm so scared. Our ultimate dream is to get invited to Model Land because she's opening a theme park.
Yeah, I don't know if people know this. We haven't talked about it yet. She's opening a theme park called Model Land, which got derailed by coronavirus.
But it's happening.
It's like a theme park
really
based on
happening.
the book that she doesn't think anyone will like know, but we're gonna make sure that they know about it. So
yeah, we're making sure.
Yeah. Are you ready for another scenario?
I am ready. I'm scared, but I'm ready.
Find your light. No, your other light. In one challenge, Tyra made the girls do a photo shoot in a pitch black room with surprise flashing cameras.
Yes.
I just want to say before we give the answer, I feel like I would be amazing at this. I feel like I have like a supernatural ability to like sense when a flashbulb's going out. And not like my photo will be awful, but I will look at the camera right in time to make it like a horrible face.
So like your superpower?
Yeah, my superpower. So this actually did not happen. This was not a challenge.
Oh, I'm so mad. That would have been a good challenge, though.
I think it would have been too. And again, like this might have happened because there's so much America's Next Top Model. I couldn't go through all of it, but who knows?
Wait, why is everyone indignant in the chat? I'm sorry, what? People are like, she's what? I think they're talking about the theme park. Oh, do you guys not know about the theme park? Is that what everyone's screaming about? Because it's really happening.
On TikTok because she had a bunch of famous TikTok.
It has a TikTok. Yeah, the theme park has a TikTok. It really does.
It's a real thing. It's a real thing. I feel like that would have been an episode with an epilepsy warning. I think most America's Next Top Model episodes probably did need an epilepsy warning, but it's between you and Bankable Productions.
Everyone's freaking out about the theme park. The theme park is happening. Please look it up. Ryan and I will either be invited or banned.
Or banned.
Either way.
Say more accurate.
Yeah. Either way, we will be honored because it means Tyra knows who we are, and that is the ultimate goal. I feel like she would take it like. I feel like I want to believe that she has a good sense of humor about things.
Must.
She seems like despite like the atrocities that happen in America's Next Top Model, I feel like she has a good heart. Like all of the little stories that have been trickling in about her, like someone who works at the publisher was like on Twitter told us that Tyra went into the publisher office to like write part of Model Land because she actually wrote this book. Okay. We have
Mhm.
confirmation that she wrote it. And they were giving out awards that day for the book. And Tyra was like in an
Keep
office
talking. I'm gonna go
writing.
get more gin. Just keep going.
Yeah, go. And she overheard everybody screaming about the awards, and she came out and she was like, what's going on? And then a lot of the editorial assistants didn't know that Tyra Banks was there. Amazing. I love that bottle. It matches your top.
Mm.
Um and people were like freaking out because they were like, oh my god, Tyra Banks is here. And she like stood and like drank champagne with them because they were celebrating. I feel like that's so cute and
Imagine
sweet. Like,
getting an award and like Tyra Banks is there to like congratulate you. I can't think of anything
oh, like she could have
better.
been like, you
Yeah.
guys are making too much noise. But like she was like celebrating other authors, and like despite it all, like this book is it has a lot of problems, but like she wrote it, and like she tried her hardest, like she put her heart into it, and I respect the hell out of that, because she could have just
Yep.
like had a ghostwriter like write something that was like passable, but like she like put all of her effort into that, and like I feel like that's so much more commendable than like having someone else write it for you. I really respect that.
I do too. And at a certain level, I also respect like just like the theatricality and histrionics of like Tyra Banks trying to make a show popular by like pushing people to do just like crazy nutty things. And I understand that like she pushed some people in some pretty bad situations, but like I don't know, part of me as like someone who's in the public eye like does appreciate like her sense of like I don't even know, like I wouldn't even call it like whimsy, just like that like deranged like theatricality that she like operates with. Like, oh my god, yeah, this is yes, I remember this. This is what I was just thinking of. Like
I love that. I'm
the
like, Tyra has a good heart, and Gigi is like, never forget she made somebody get into a coffin after her friend died. Holy
this is
crap.
this was one of the scenarios that I had. Just so you guys know, this is
But you
one of the
you want
ones.
to know something that I
What?
think is that Tyra, as a Black woman going through the modeling industry, was someone who had to come up against so many challenges. And for her, she was like, I did it all. Like,
Yeah.
people tried to shut me down, and like her way of teaching people is like worst case scenario, because that's what she went through. And like, not to excuse any of it, but I also feel like we do have to talk about the fact that like she was the first Black model to do so much shit
Yeah. Yeah.
at a young
Yeah.
very young age.
Very young age.
We can't discount that.
No, not at all. She's a person that needs to be she needs to be discussed within like the context of so many different things. But that's such a testament to like she's such an interesting person because of that, right? Like
Yeah.
it's impossible to just like decontextualize anything she's done because it's all within this like hyper complicated system. And so that's also why like I appreciate a book like Modeling, because it's just one part of like this much bigger identity. And like when treated as just a thing, like we're treating it as like just a thing, like truly based upon like its merit, like it's very funny. But like at the end of the day, I'm so glad she wrote it, and I know we're like making fun of it and things like that, but like it's
It's in
bringing us
good
so much
fun.
joy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
and we're
definitely good
bringing other
fun.
people. Yeah.
And
Oh my god, yeah, all in good fun.
we've definitely said this a million times that like she um that like we're critiquing the book and it's in good fun, but like we don't like we never mean to be mean to Tyra, right? Like we don't really
Yeah.
want to be mean to her. We actually love her. Bruh, no excuse. It's a
No
coffin.
excuse, it's a coffin,
Period.
period. I'm gonna say that from now on. Yeah, no, it's true. I mean, she's some wacky shit. Do you want another guess, another
Yeah.
scenario?
Let's do it.
All right, we've got 3 more, okay? Ass like a dump. When trying to teach the girls how to use their asses in photo shoots, Tyra made them pose atop a garbage heap. Did this happen?
Yes. Oh!
You okay, all right. That sounds like a real thing to you.
No, but how do you? She made a girl get into a coffin. Like, how do you know where to draw the line?
I guess
Like,
in
no, it doesn't
garbage.
sound like a real thing to me. But does it sound like something Tyra would do? Yeah, it does. I'm sorry.
The pun is too good. Yeah, so this did not happen. This did not
Ugh.
happen.
Whatever.
But I did want to use the ass like a dump. All right. So our second to last one is gentlemen prefer Tyra. While
I'm gonna already say yes. I'm gonna already say yes.
Well,
I don't care.
You have to hear the whole thing.
Fine,
Gentlemen, sorry, I'm losing it. While advertising for a cruise ship, Tyra dressed up as a Vegas showgirl and performed an entire model-themed show tune in the style of Marilyn Monroe.
All right, I'll say no and watch it be yes. I'm gonna say no.
So I want to hear the. Oh, so people didn't think the dump thing was true. So everyone guessed that right.
Except for me.
Yeah, except for you. All right, so we're getting a no. This, guys, remember it's gentlemen prefer Tyra. Did she do a whole dance routine using like a model themed song in the style of Marilyn Monroe on a cruise ship? All those details have to be right for this to be true.
I'm saying no, but I feel like it could be anything.
The answer is yes. This actually did.
I'm so annoyed. I keep getting burned by the ones that I say. This game is impossible. This game is impossible.
You're incredibly bad at this. This is so funny.
I told you. Wait a minute. Did I not say I was going to be bad at it? I'm so bad at these games. I'm so bad at these kinds of games. I feel so much pressure. And
all right, well,
also, there's no way to know because Tyra is like chaos personified.
It's true. It doesn't
like this is so crazy to do.
Yes. Yes.
She couldn't have done a whole entire song, and she did.
This is it happened. And I'll send you the link after. I found I googled craziest things from America's Next Top Model, and there's a huge list of these, and it only got through half of them. Yeah, it is.
Gigi
wild.
wants the link. By the way, Gigi's my niece. Everyone, look how cute she is. You couldn't tell because we look so much alike.
I will. Really, body doubles. I'll put the link after this because I don't want to there's one more, and you guys, this is for everything. There's one last one.
Ryan, okay. You're like a 9 on a scale of 1 to 10 of drunkenness. I can tell.
It's true. I am spitting out right now. I'm going. All right. Did you guys know that one time Clarabelle and I had to stop recording because I was just too drunk and then I passed out? My parents found me in my basement.
That's the episode where who heard the theme song of the podcast? Because if you hear the theme song, the very end of it, Ryan was slurring his words. He was like I couldn't understand anything that he was saying. So it was like, are you drunk right now? And that is the end of the theme song for Celebrity Book Club.
I have a really low tolerance, and this is back in the beginning of quarantine when I just was only having rice and water, and then I went to my parents' house and they had all this wine, and I thought I could drink a bottle of wine like I used to, and then I passed out.
Didn't you wake up in the laundry room or something like that?
Yeah, no, I woke up. My stepfather found me in the basement, halfway in the laundry room, and didn't disturb me. It was just our adult son drunkenly passed out, and they just left me there, and yeah, so this is all it's the second episode. So when you listen to next week's episode, just know that this is what happened directly after I passed out.
I love that. I love that the theme song. The theme song has little snippets of I think the first 5 or 6 episodes. So you have to wait to hear it. And the person singing in the theme song is me, by the way.
Yes. Oh my god. When Clarabelle sent me this, Did I or did I not say oh my god, what pop star, who did you get to sing? I was
he was who's singing this? I was it's me.
Pop star, literal pop star. I to this day can't believe it. Incredible singer. Yeah, Wahoo indeed, Gigi. Wahoo.
You should hear Gigi sing. Gigi's amazing. I'll send you video links. She's incredible.
Please stand, Gigi. Do you want to hear the last scenario?
Yeah, I'm gonna get it wrong, but let's do it.
Okay. Take me to your leader to open one season. Tyra Tyra created a fake research center called Top Model Institute of Technology, TMIT, and assigned herself the role of the android Glaminator.
Yes, because it has a fucking abbreviation in it. I'm gonna say it's true.
The fact that there is an abbreviation, that is a clue. And there's no musical number in this, so it's a little bit easier to comprehend. And you're right, Clarabelle. It is a true scenario that really did happen.
Oh my god, I got one right.
You win. Yeah, you win the game. That was for everything. Oh my god, yeah.
Amazing.
Watch this. Yeah, the TMIT thing I thought was ingenious. That was incredible.
That's Female Jail all over again. My worst nightmare.
All over
I
again.
do want to remind everyone before I get too drunk to remember to tell you, subscribe and please leave us a review on iTunes. We're actually on the iTunes charts in the arts category. That is very hard to do. It's 175 or 6, but that's still very hard to do. There are millions of podcasts. So if you subscribe and leave us a review and listen, like stream Celebrity Book Club, it will really, really help us to get higher in the charts and keep doing the podcast. We would really, really appreciate it. So the link is right there in the banner, but also, I don't know, if anybody has it handy and wants to put it in the comments. We should have gotten Phil to be the moderator. Oh, Phil was busy. He was too busy for us.
Phil said no. I'll put it in the chat now. I just pasted it in.
Okay, perfect. So you guys can click on that in the chat. And that's the episode. So yay!
Yeah. Please do. We would love this. We want this to reach as many people as possible, in part because like many people are re-entering lockdown, and we started this with the goal of like providing joy and levity within like kind of a tough sort of situation. And so it started that way for us. So if we can bring that to other people, that will be a huge boon to not only like our popularity and like spread, but also just like the mission of Celebrity Book Club, if you will. If there is a mission, that would be it.
The mission is joy and fame for us and money. Am I allowed to talk about in my review how I snorted so hard while listening that I almost spilled a pan with chicken and boiling oil? LOL. Yes. That is a perfect review. Do it. Someone
absolutely.
Left us a review.
We want the story. We want the anecdotes.
Someone left us a review that was so cute, and it was like Ryan and Clarinet. I was like, Clarinet, it's me.
God, the clarinet, that's like a deep cut too from like your streams and things like that too. You have a sim named Clarinet.
That's like my gaming persona come to life. Like what? I'm trying to see.
Yeah.
All right, what's next? What are we doing next?
We have first I want to ask, I have a big question for you, which is from a listener. And I have some listener questions as well. So I put like a thing on Instagram to see if people had questions. And so we've got a few of them. And the first one, which I think is the most interesting and sort of feeds into the book club discussion part of our talk, is what would you have written differently about chapter 1?
Oh, babe. God. This is like all I do. Like as you listen on to Celebrity Book Club, like you'll see that like I am constantly fixing the book as we go along.
Yeah,
I would have
like
made
making excuses for it.
Right. I would have made the main conflict like Tookie's best friend Lizzie being missing. Like Tookie would have immediately been like, my best friend is missing. She's been gone for 6 weeks or something. And I haven't seen her. And like her trying to like piece things together. And at the same time, I would have kept the idea of Tookie not caring about Model Land, but because like she'd be like, there's so much more to worry about in this life than something so frivolous, right? But then I would have made it so that the only way for her to save Lizzie was to go to Model Land. So like suddenly it became like the only thing she wanted, right? Because with somebody like right now, Tookie, like she doesn't want anything. Like she doesn't want anything, and like we don't know what her motivations are. Like the only thing we know is that she sort of wants to be noticed, but like it's not really strong. So I would definitely say I would make Lizzie and her finding her friend the focus of
Yeah,
chapter one and sort
yeah,
of like introduce her. We could still be at school, so we see what her life is like normally, but immediately like sort of realize like this is a Veronica Mars situation. Like this is like a teen girl in high school trying to figure out a mystery with the backdrop of this like dystopian slash model focused world behind her. That's what I would have done. And that sounds like a bop.
yeah. I was gonna say, I was like, this is great. This is great. If you guys liked what Claire Bush did in terms of fixing the whole book, there's a lot of
it
that coming
just
up.
it just fixed it. And I
The
will
whole thing.
say for anyone who wants something that feels like Model N but's done like well, check out The Bells by Danielle Clayton or The
Yes,
Uglies by
yes,
Scott Westerfeld because both books have like Model N vibes, but done really, really well.
really well,
And
really
I
well.
wouldn't discourage you from reading Model Land. It is entertaining.
Oh yeah, it's great. I would say buddy read it like we're doing. Like it's a fun time. And there's also tons to talk about. Like we're just like there like every other page there's like not even every other line there's like something to be discussed. We're talking about like maybe like 30% of it as we go through it because it just would take forever to do
There's
everything.
so
There's
much.
just too much in
I
it.
do think that eventually we are going to start a Discord. And like
Oh
I'm a
yeah.
huge nerd and I take notes. Like for each chapter there's like pages of notes and I'm probably going to just like scan and share those like in the Discord eventually. It
Yeah.
depends if people are interested in it or not though. We'll see. But it'll give a little bit more context. But we do encourage you to like find the book at your local library or buy it and read along with us because I feel like it'll be so much more fun if you do that.
We love, yeah, we would love that. We want to treat it like a real book club. So yeah, find it if you can, grab a copy and read along. In terms of, so I'm going to answer that question too. If I were to change Model Land, so you mentioned the Bells and you mentioned the Pretties and like the like Pretties trilogy. First book is called The Uglies. Um, the thing that these two things have in common, and the thing that I would totally reorient Model Land to be from Zarpace's point of view,
Mm,
because I think it'd be really fascinating to have someone who has idolized Model Land in a really like critical way. Like it's really critical to like Zarpace's identity to be the rich bitch, to have like sort of the newest things,
the
and like
dream
that's sort
bag.
of her like the dream, yeah, the dream, like the it dream bag, and like that girl we know, but to sort of add like profundity to her and give her actual like interiority in which like we sort of learn why she's this way and she's always really wanted to be part of Model Land. And then we know that like Model Land is not, you know, not a good thing. Suddenly we have actual tension between what the main character wants and what they don't know about the thing that they
Right,
want. That creates
right.
really dramatic tension. And it also creates what is oftentimes sort of the plot or like the through line in like a gothic horror in which like a character travels, you know, almost always like up a mountain to like a place that they have held in really high esteem. Usually it's some sort of like manor or something because they've like married into a family, what have you. And there they discover that there's something like really soiled and rotten about this place that they've always dreamt was like sort of
Right.
the end of their problems. It's the start
Mhm.
of it. And I think like that would have been a really fascinating thing to read, right? Or even like a dual POV about like Tookie, she doesn't care about Model Land versus Arpesa, who only cares about this, but they sort of both get like paired together. And I saw someone mention this that like then it turns into sort of like this like sapphic situation. I think that would be
Yes!
chef's kiss. I think that would be
Yes!
incredible.
Make it
Um,
gay. Make it
make it gay.
gay.
Yes, absolutely.
That was God when Ryan was being born. Make it
Yeah,
gay.
please. Yeah, just like dumping the gay upon me. Yeah, so that's what I mean. I think that's kind of cheating. Like you can't say like I would rewrite the first chapter from a different character's point of view, but that's where
No,
my
no,
mind
no.
goes when I think of like what I would change.
I love that. And as you were saying Sarpeza, like the first thing that came to mind was like dual
Yeah.
POV, like someone who doesn't care
Yes.
about Model Land versus someone who super, super cares about it, and then bring them together and like make them kiss. Like just do
Make,
it.
make them kiss.
Make them kiss.
I have a lot of dreams about this book, and none of them are gonna come true. I just like know this. Like
None.
for all the wishing and hoping that we do for Model Land, it's just gonna go where it goes, and we're gonna take you with us. So we hope that
The
you're in for
thing
that ride, because
the thing that worries me the most is the fact that this was supposed to be more than one book and the fact that it's going to probably get left off on like a huge cliffhanger, but we have plans for that, right? Like we are planning on if something like that happens, or even if it doesn't, we're gonna write fan fiction, Model Land
Yes.
fan fiction, because we're
Yeah.
hoping to do like live shows and like all of that stuff in the future. And like,
Hmm.
what better way to like continue the story than this? Or maybe like if Tyra's theme park does really well, she'll write book two. We should pressure her. Let's start a campaign.
Look, I'm dreaming real big. I think we're gonna get Model Land back in print. I think that we're gonna get that sequel. Like, I think that there's like a lot that we can accomplish with this. Like, that's my big goal for this is to get
Listen,
Model Land.
so much has happened this year. We cannot discount any of it. Like
That could
anything can happen. Ellie Goulding, like we can do this. Like, like let's
incredible.
make it happen.
Speaking of making it happen, we won't keep you guys here too long because we know it's a Friday night. We've got so this would be the good time to, if you guys have questions, enter them into the chat. I'm keeping a list of ones that I have so far, but thank you. Yeah, the book club will save Model and Cat. That's the dream. That's my goal.
Yeah.
Clarabelle, I have one more game for you if you're ready.
Oh my god. Yeah. I'm not,
Okay.
but fine.
This is going to be a quick one. This is a yes/no game. So, in the first chapter of Model Land, in listening to the Celebrity Book Club episode, if you were part of our listening party, we learned that Tyra Banks's child is very literate in many different colors, including rose gold and maybe mandarin orange. We don't really know. So this game is called Is This a Color?
Let's do it.
All right.
Ready?
All right.
I'm really
One.
drunk right now, just so
I know this is
aware.
my eyeshadow is like dripping off of my face currently.
Everything's moving in slow motion. It's fine.
All right. So one is calamine.
No.
Calamine is a color. Number two, number two, amaranth.
No.
Amaranth is a color.
Oh
Number
my god. Help me, God.
number three, pungent.
No.
Pungent is not a color. You're correct. All right. Number four, thistle.
Wait, say that again.
Thistle.
No.
Thistle is a really beautiful shade of purple.
I hate everyone right now. Is this English?
Number five, whistle.
No.
You're right. Whistle is something I made up. Number six, flint.
Whistle is a song by Blackpink. Wait.
Yeah, which are two
Say
colors.
that again. Flint?
Flint.
Yes.
Flint is a color. It's like a grayish color. Number seven, hypotrope.
No. I bet it is, but no.
Hypotrope was not a real color. Number eight, heliotrope. Heliotrope is a real color. It's like a very vibrant, like magenta-y purple. Number nine.
Gigi,
and also
Gigi, keep cheating. Keep cheating.
Gigi, stop. Gigi, no, I can't see the chat when I have this up on my other screen. So this is an honor system. You cannot cheat with the color. Look, Tyra Banks' son is in preschool memorizing these things, and you're an adult person.
Google whatever Ryan says and tell me the answer.
Number nine, Cerise, spelled Cerise.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Cerise is a color.
I'm really fucking just guessing at this point.
Number 10, Clements.
No.
That's true. That's true. It is not a color, not a real color. All right, you've got 5 more to go. Are you ready?
Fine, go.
Tyranny.
No. It's a thing.
You're correct. The real color is called Tyrion, but it is a color. It's like a blue, I think. I forget. I'm also like, I didn't write down like what was an actual answer, so I'm just kind of going by memory, which is real fuzzy right now. Viridian.
Yes.
True. You're correct.
That I knew.
Number 13 is bitch.
Bitch? Yeah, the color is
Yeah.
pink.
So bitch is not a real color, but I agree with you. I actually think it is a real color. So I would say yes to this. I think you get that
I'm right.
14th is birch.
I feel like that one could go either way. I mean, we've said some ridiculous things. I'm gonna go ahead and say yes.
You're correct. You're correct.
Yes.
Birch is like a nice, it's like birch trees, like a nice, like pale, like cream. And the last color is bisque.
Bisque?
Bisque.
Oh, I don't know.
These are all real words. Who's telling Gigi? These are all real words. Just some of them aren't colors.
I'll say yes. I feel like I don't know, but I'll say yes.
Bisque is a real color. You did better on this than you did the America's Next Top Model. True or false?
Well, that one was impossible to get. Like, unless I had watched every single season, like you could say that Tyra could do any of these things. Like, I put nothing past her.
Yes. But you did really well. Thank you for playing my game.
Of course. I mean, I didn't have a choice, but
That's true. That's true. How are you feeling? Do you want to do some reader question or some listener questions?
Yeah, if we have any, I can do them. If not, then whatever.
We do have a few. So I have not been watching the chat. So sorry if you guys entered this on the chat. I'm going off of what I found on Instagram. What do you think will happen next? We already answered that. Well, big question. Can you tell us why you guys both have matching pink fur coats?
I mean, the truth of it is I got the coat first, and Ryan was like, oh my God, where'd you get that coat? It's so cute. And I sent him the link, and then he started like shopping at the same place. He got the same coat. And like, to be fair, like we share a brain cell. Like me and Ryan are the same person. Like we have the same sort of like quirks. We have the same taste in like pretty much everything. I feel like we are really like platonic soulmates. We have just so much in common. So it was just like I tell Ryan all the time, like Ryan was like, I love your dress. I was like, oh my God, you should get it. And we should wear the same dress to like an event. And like, that's how I feel like, and like it's like a deeper, like sadder reason, like why I feel like we're really connected, which I won't get into right now, but we were like definitely put in each other's life for like a reason. Don't cry, I will kill you.
I'm not gonna.
We were put in each. The question was about the coat. Let's just like start there. That's so funny that we're about to cry. But we were put in each other's life for a reason, and like we're just like very like we have like very parallel experiences in a lot of ways. Let's just put it that way, and like we can relate to each other in a lot of ways. So the superficial reason is like Ryan liked my coat and he got it, but like also we're just like very connected in a lot of ways, and like it feels good to do things together. Like it feels good for us to like. I love us to be like more connected than like ever, and like. I don't know. It just feels right, and like I want us to dress alike all the time. We're twins.
Yeah. It is. It's a very weird form of like siblingship that like forms.
Very.
And I'll
much
say for the record, Clarabelle got the coat first. Everyone should know that it was Clarabelle's coat. And then I saw Clarabelle in it, and I was like, I need that exact coat. And a worse friend would be like, oh, like Google for coats. But Clarabelle gave me like the like SKU number off of like this particular shop where to get it, and I got it the next day. And then I wore it, and everyone thought that I stole the literal coat. We were talking about bisque to the color of me crying in the club, right? Yeah. Well, yes. Yeah. No, we did. That's true. Thank you for coming to our book club.
That is us hanging out too. We literally were doing just like when we took all the pictures and did all the videos for Celebrity Book Club, we got together for a weekend. It was safe. Like we quarantined beforehand and took tests and like all that stuff. And then we got together and we literally played Just Dance. We played ABBA Just Dance for like hours, and we were like drenched in sweat. And then we cried. We talked about our
for a long.
feelings and we
Yeah.
sobbed. We it was like we're watching like fried green tomatoes together type of like
Yes.
crying.
A
So
big
that's
mess.
like that's sort of our relationship, like very emotional and chaotic and funny and like full of joy. It's very like it's life, right? Like when you
Yeah.
think of like what life is like that's what our friendship and our relationship is, which is really like I feel very grateful to have that and to be able to do this with somebody who I connect with this way. Because think of the odds of you finding
Yeah.
someone who you relate to so much in that way.
It's
Um,
true. It's so true.
mhm.
I wish this for other people, right? Like when I see like young writers, not even like young in like age, but just like people sort of entering into like an industry, I always hope that they like find their people and sort of stick with them because it's been such a boon within like all the things that I've done and like the ups and downs. And there are ups and downs, but to like have people that you can like be your complete self with, as goofy as you
Right.
want, but also as like serious, like to have like the full range of things sort of like match up. That's such a rare thing. And I didn't like, I've had like best friends, but then like being able to like do this and do that and like to sort of be met, on like all of these different levels by one
Right.
person, it's great. And one of those is the fur coat, which is where this question began.
Started. And it's very
Yeah.
funny that my partner is in the chat and he said I can attest to that because he was in the room like what the fuck is happening as like we were hysterically crying. And to his credit, he gave us so much space. And when we needed him, he like the confetti falling down, all the pictures, videos, him. Okay, he helped us
Yeah.
when we needed him, and he stayed out of his way when we were having like a fucking breakdown in my living room.
An incredible person.
So shout out to David, who is the best.
Truly. Love David. What you guys don't know is all of the photos of like that you're seeing for like all of our branding. My glasses are so reflective, and if you could see the actual, we've edited out the reflections, but if you could see the reflection, it's all like David taking photos of us and like dropping confetti on us. Like he's sort of in all of these as well. Like truly the MVP of our media weekend. And this is one of the other questions we got, by the way, was I forget, I can't find it now, but it was basically like, when did you guys like make all of the media stuff? Because I'm sure people were wondering, like, when did you have time to like put all this together? And the truth of the matter is it took three of us and Poncho, who was like in like cloud nine because
of the
loves
confetti.
paper, because of the confetti.
Paper. I just
And it
want to
took a whole
quickly
weekend.
before we answer any of this, G said ABBA Just Dance is her favorite, and she performs like she's on Broadway. So I kicked Ryan's ass at Just Dance, as I do.
Why
I'm
do we
very
have to talk
good.
about this? Why?
I'm very good at Just Dance, okay? And there was one particular story that was so funny because there is a mountain in like the backdrop of like this ABBA song. Ryan's gonna kill me. And Ryan was like, the song kept saying, okay, okay, okay. It kept saying like he was doing okay. And Ryan had a full-on meltdown and he was like, okay, I'm leaving it all on the mountain. What else do you want from me?
It's just so I hate that we're talking about this because it was like a real low point
We
for me.
have
This is
to.
not
It's so good. It's so funny.
like, okay, if you're me and like you have like a background to dance and you're like giving it your all, you like think you're nailing it, and like it's like Dance Dance Revolution where it like tells you how close you are, right? And it's like saying okay. I was like, that couldn't be more offensive to me. I was like, I'm giving you passion, I'm giving you performance and lines. Like I couldn't believe it. And Clarabelle kicked my ass. I will fully admit to it. It was humiliating.
Listen, to my credit, I danced all through like being a kid. I taught dance in college, like get through college, like was a dance instructor. Like I'm sorry, but you went to my birthday. You saw.
Oh, that's true. That's true. No, I
Um,
shouldn't have been surprised. I was less upset at you winning. I knew you were gonna win. I was more upset that like it just, I don't know, the word okay. Like I can
it
see the
shouldn't
full
have
image.
given you okay. I agree with
Yeah.
you. Sometimes Just Dance is very lopsided. So yeah, we did it all in a weekend. Ryan came up on like a Thursday, I think, or Thursday night
Mhm.
was it? And we watched one of my favorite movies ever, Modern Girls. It was amazing. And then we had planned our outfits and like which
Mhm.
shots we wanted to do. We took pictures in front of my local deli in my living room. Like there's a picture that we should share it eventually, which is like the backdrop with like my living room and confetti everywhere, and you can like see my kitchen behind
Yeah.
us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we did
It's
everything ourselves.
all of
Like
it.
everything seems like very like we put a lot of effort into it. But it was just us. It was like just the three of us in Poncho, like all weekend, working
Yeah.
really
I
hard.
know.
And this has been months in the making. Like we started in April. When you think about it, it's like such a long time. And like we just debuted today. It's been a journey.
If there's any lesson to be learned from this, from like anyone watching this now or like in the future, right? Like we take very seriously like the wild impulses that we have, right? And the creative pursuits that we have. Like we sit with them and actually think about how we're going to make them a success, or how we're at least going to put sort of our best effort into them. And we're not going to cheat ourselves of like the potential, or or the opportunity to really actualize something's potential. So like if it looks like highly produced, we're really glad about that, right? Like we actually just spent a lot of time sort of thinking about these things, planning out shots, and putting things together. But yeah, at the end of the day, what I find to be like hilarious is this was all done in like a kitchen with like a
Mhm.
backdrop that is like nowhere near as big as it should have been. Like,
Right, at
it's like
all.
us on like iMovie, like moving things around. Like I don't know,
We
it's extremely.
Ryan made the confetti from like paper we got
Oh
at
yeah,
Joann fucking Michaels the day before. Like everything
I
is
remember that we made the
homemade,
confetti. We didn't buy
made
any. We just
ourselves. And like imagine what we could do with a budget. Imagine what we could do with a budget. But I feel like it's very
someday.
inspiring the fact that we did all of this like just on our own, and hopefully people connect with it and they really like it. I think
Yeah.
they should
I mean,
because it's
hopefully they
really
do.
good.
I will say though, I've had an absolute ball so far, right? Like if it's just us and the six people that like are like cheering us on, right? Like it will have not been for nothing. I've
This
been
is
having a great time.
this is fucking true. Yesterday we found more confetti. Yesterday. Like yesterday or the day before, we found two pieces of confetti, and like it will never end.
Oh my god,
Oh,
that is
Gigi, thank
so fun.
you. So my niece Gigi is studying to become a dentist, and she already sent to all her dental nerd friends.
Thank you. Oh my god,
Amazing.
everyone do what Gigi's doing. Like, find your friends. Look, everyone has a traumatic memory of America's Next Top Model. Everyone needs to know that Tyra Banks wrote a book, and everyone, like, no one can find the book, so their only hope is us. Like, we're doing a public service by putting this
Yes,
together. The
we
least you
really
could do is
are.
tell your friends about it.
Yes, and I'll share I'm gonna share in the chat again. This is
Okay.
the show on iTunes. So if you guys would go there just right now, everybody go subscribe on iTunes, leave us a review. That would be amazing. The
We would
reviews
love it.
help you to get to the top of the charts. If we can move up, there's another celebrity book club that started like a little bit before, like debuted before us, but didn't start before us, and like we really want to beat them. So
I know. We've been
help
working on
us.
this for a long time, so
Yeah,
that
months,
felt
like so
bad.
long. So just like click on that link and go there and just subscribe and send it to like 10 people, and it'll
Yeah.
be great. It'll be amazing.
Yeah.
Like we just really want to reach as many people as possible and be able to like it feels like we're going to be stuck inside still for a while.
I know, truly. Like,
Unfortunately,
this is what
so
we're
we
doing.
all need
So,
escapes and things to like focus on. So I feel like a collective book club where we're all reading something that's like truly just escapist, it will be like the perfect thing for us to like get through it. It's helped us get through,
yeah, it's been great. It's been wonderful.
brought us
I mean,
joy, truly.
aside from making me pass out in my parents' laundry room, that was a low point for me personally. But aside from that, it has been very helpful. That was a hindrance that I'm still looking to overcome, and my family will not be forgetting anytime soon. But other than that, yeah, a total joy, total silver lining situation. But yeah, like Clairville said, like share, tell your friends. It would mean a ton to us. But also just know that we are so grateful, right? Like if you're watching this now, if you're watching this in the future because you discovered this and you want to sort of see where things began, like hello to you, and hopefully we're still going. We have a ton of great stuff planned, like really fun
Yeah.
stuff planned, stuff that we've already recorded, stuff that we're gonna record, like things for after that. So stick around. There's like tons to do. And I will say we have a few other questions. I think we're gonna save them for next time. This
Yeah.
feels like a good time to wrap up. Like I'm seeing Clarabelle as a blurry image at this point, even though I'm sure
It's not
that
my
they
camera.
cleared the it's not the camera. I think it's just like the eyeshadow like caking my eyes because I keep rubbing my eyes. So I think it's probably time to say goodnight. But wow, this is a great book club meeting. My favorite. This is actually my first time that I've
Thank
ever attended a book club.
you.
So
Yeah, thanks everybody for coming. We're so appreciative of every single person who's come and who's listened and who's subscribed. We really, really appreciate it. And we're having a ball.
yes, thank you everybody. We love you lots and lots.
Bye.
Bye y'all.